Shinjin is easy, but people's minds are complicated. To teach somebody the path of the primal vow and the path of simple faith in Amida is difficult, not because this path is difficult, not because going to the Pure Land is difficult. No, it is easy. But because people's minds are complicated and everybody wants to be Superman, they they want they have these high ideas about themselves. Very few people enter the Buddhist path and accept that they are stupid. you know Very few people accept that they are stupid people and limited people who very few accept that they can't attain Buddhahood through their own power. They are all fascinated with these ideas of self-power, and many Buddhist magazines nowadays are filled with images of smiling monks in meditation. Everybody is so pure. Every teacher, for example, in Tibetan Buddhism, almost every teacher in Tibetan Buddhism is a tulku. They have an inflation of tulkus. Everybody is almost enlightened, or everybody is a manifestation. And you see so many people being calm, smiling nicely, talking about meditation, about peace of mind, mindfulness, and all this spiritual bullshit that are not actually attainable by ordinary beings. And by ordinary beings, I mean 99% of the 99.99%. And the rest of those remaining percents are actually perhaps Buddhas in disguise. I don't know. But not ordinary people. Yes, and Shakyamuni Buddha said in the larger sutra, the most difficult of all difficulties is to hear this sutra, have faith in it with joy, and hold fast to it. Nothing is more difficult than this. Also, Shinran Shonin said, it is difficult to meet true teachers and difficult for them to instruct. It is difficult to hear the teaching well and more difficult still to accept it. It's difficult to accept that you are an ordinary person, limited person, stupid person in comparison with the Buddha. It is difficult to accept that you are a spiritual loser, because that's the starting point in Jodo Shinshu. Like in Alcoholics Anonymous, you have to come in front of everybody, especially in front of yourself, and admit, I am Joshua Adrian and I am an alcoholic. Or in our case, I am Joshua Adrian and I am a spiritual loser, incapable of attaining anything with my self-power. That's the first point. It's easier than this to talk about the fact that, oh, everybody has Buddha nature, and we should just discover this Buddha nature within ourselves. That's easier to say, but it's more difficult to say, I'm a spiritual loser, an idiot, you see? And also it is difficult because this path of the simple faith in Amida Buddha is made even more complicated by various fake teachers who try to modify this simple faith-oriented path and transform this simple faith-oriented path into a more respectable so-called Buddhist path, like a Zen path, something more smart. But so it's very difficult. Shakyamuni Buddha said in the larger sutra in relation with this, quote, arrogant, corrupt, and indolent people cannot readily accept this teaching. But those who have met Buddhas in their past lives rejoice to hear it. And it's very important here, arrogant, corrupt, and indolent people. Arrogant are also those who think that they can attain anything through their own power. That's arrogance. Those who think they can become Buddhas in this life, without taking into consideration their faults than their limitations are arrogant people. But more arrogant than these people are those who assume that they have the right and capacity to transform the Amida Dharma, to change it and use it to support their own opinions or various philosophies and ideologies of samsara. Those who approach the Amida Dharma with a possessive mind, you see, and not with the mind of faith and devotion, with humbleness, with veneration, because this is how we approach the Dharma. You know, when we have a Dharma text, for example, should say this is a Dharma text, we do not treat it like it's not any other book and just take it and this I like, this I don't like. No, Shakyamuni was right here, Shakyamuni was not right here. This is, no. We don't treat it like that. We treat it like this, with respect. Take it to the forehead, open it, and read it. Like it's the ultimate truth, is the truth. We read the Dharma like the truth. And then also when we close it, we bring it to the forehead. See, so to treat Amida Dharma like it's a product, the product of human intellect and not the most precious medicine offered by the Buddha. That's what they do. They treat the Dharma and Amida Dharma especially and the larger sutra like it's the product of human intellect, like another philosophy. No, Buddhism is a philosophy. That's what many people say. And Buddha was just a human being, a better human being, and Buddhism is just a philosophy, just a way of life. Don't treat it like a religion, you know. Don't busy your mind with things after death and so and so. That's folk religion, they say. So those kind of people are arrogant. They can't be humble because they are not because they are incapable to revere the Amida Dharma. They are like people who treat diamonds like mere stones. See? So they are a danger for themselves and they are a danger for other people awakening to faith. So that's why it's very difficult to teach about Shinjin. Shinjin is easy. It is said that to go to the Pure Land, it's easy. But actually it's very difficult. It's difficult because people complicate their minds, because people want to change this simple faith-oriented Dharma, because they don't accept that they are not Superman, because no, that's why. Yes, please, Tom.
Yeah, sorry, no, you said arrogance and what were the other two? Indolence is
Yes,
that's self-indulgence, is it not?
it's not like you are a lazy person, but you are very comfortable in the lies that you are telling to yourself. That's the idea. I mean, for example,
Mm.
if somebody is constant, it's like somebody is constantly saying to him, "Oh, I'm okay as I am. I will surely attain Buddhahood. You know, I'm okay. Look, today I practice for 2 hours. That's very good. I am advancing. You know, I am satisfied with myself." That's in this way. There are many people who are satisfied. Arrogant,
Can,
corrupt, and indolent
mm,
are close together. So they are
yeah.
indolent also because to practice only, I met so many people that practice 2 hours a day or 4 hours a day, let's say, and they are satisfied. These actually are indolent. If you really take self-power very seriously, you have to practice
Yeah,
24/7. You see, like a
yeah.
fire is burning on your head. So many people who are arrogant are also indolent.
Hypocritical.
Yes, because they are very good at smiling in magazine and Buddhist interviews and to talk about various worldly ideologies when they should instead be in their practice room and practice 24/7. But no, they have time to talk lots of bullshit to others. You see, if you want self-power Buddhism, then don't talk until you attain enlightenment. Yes. And don't modify the Dharma
Mm.
to accord it with various worldly ideologies. I see many people trying to accommodate Buddha Dharma with feminism, with LGBT, with so on. These people have too much time. They have time. They think they have time. So they are indolent. You see, instead of
Indeed.
practicing, they are trying to change Buddhism. Or
Yeah.
those who deny the existence of Amida. They should use their time to learn about Amida. They should abandon arrogance and be more
Mm.
humble. Treat the Dharma as the truth. Spend their time teaching others correct teaching. Yeah. People who come who are ready for Amida Ji are people who humbly accept the Buddhist teaching on morality, on Amida Buddha, on karma, on rebirth, on life after death,
Buddha
without
Dharma.
trying to change it to accommodate with various worldly ideologies. That's what we ask from them. We don't ask them
Absolutely.
to be great people in their private lives. We don't ask them to have to be moral people in their sexual life, in their daily life, because we know it's impossible. We just ask them to humbly accept that they are sinful people in need of salvation. And that salvation can be provided only by a real living Buddha. That will take them to a real enlightened place called the Pure Lands of Sukhavati. That's what we ask for them. And they have to be ready to accept this.